So my question for you is, what is possible for your shop? Have you ever sat down and took a look at that? And what would it take to push the limits look like? Well, I put together a quick little exercise that might shed some light on that subject. This is going to really kind of tell you what is possible in your shop. First thing you can see right there, you're going to look at the number of service bays you have. If you got an alignment rack and it's not a full-time bay, just count that as maybe a half a bay. But in this particular shop, this shop's got 5 bays. How many hours are you open? Well, I was open 9 hours a day, and we took a half-hour lunch, so I put 8.5 hours down. If you're open 5 days a week, 6 days a week, some of you, heck, are even open only 4 days a week. Put that down in there. How many weeks are you open per year? A typical shop, many of your employees take a 2-week vacation, and you probably got a week full of holidays if you think about it. So for this example, I went with 49 weeks. So if you do the math, you multiply the number of bays times the hours open per day times the week open per year, it's going to give you the total amount of hours available, how many hours you have available to bill for that entire year. Now, if you multiply that times your effective labor rate, and don't get hung up there. For you geeks that really want to figure this out, you can take your labor sales and divide it for your billed hours for that time period, and it's going to give you your actual effective labor rate. But here's a quick solution to that problem. If you say, man, I don't want to do all of that. A quick solution would be just take your posted labor rate or your door labor rate and multiply it times 80%. That should get you pretty close. So in this example, you can see that effective labor rate at 114.84. So you take your production hours, multiply them by your effective labor rate, and it's going to give you your labor sales potential. So that's what's possible in your shop in labor sales. And you all know for every dollar we sell in labor, we should sell $1's worth of parts. So you're going to go ahead and do that calculation. And in this particular shop, the capacity is $2,391,542. So do that exercise and take a look at where you're at now, and let's see what's possible in your shop if you really had things dialed in. Now, I want you to go ahead and write down on a piece of paper what is holding you back. This is going to take some thought. I want you to think about, here's where I'm at. This is what we're doing now in annual sales. And then take a look at that number you wrote down on your paper. There's probably quite a gap. Have you identified clearly what it is that's stopping you from achieving those unbelievable numbers? You might have to think about it, but it's pretty important because this is the most important thing you should be doing in your shop. A lot of your time, energy, and focus needs to be on solving this problem. If it's hiring a technician, get busy doing it. If it's increasing your average ticket, dive into that. If it's more cars, make sure you solve that problem. One of my favorite authors is Mike Michalowicz, and he said the biggest problem most business owners face is they don't know what their biggest problem is. Find out what your biggest problem is, and let's work real hard on getting that solved. Get closer to those goals. Get closer to that capacity. I hope this opened up your eyes, maybe took a look a little bit at what is potentially possible. Take care and have a great day.